You are now listening to an exclusive interview on Sounds of Success with Noah Swiderski.
Hello and welcome to the Sounds of Success with Noah Swiderski. Join us as we dive deep into the vibrant world of entrepreneurship, where passion meets purpose. Today, we're thrilled to have the incredible Heidi Young from Fearless Persona Photography in the spotlight. With her charismatic energy and unique approach, she empowers entrepreneurs to shine through captivating imagery. Get ready to be inspired and discover how to elevate your brand with authentic storytelling. Welcome, Heidi.
Thank you.
Love to have you on. You have an amazing story, and so I guess what inspired you to become a photographer and focus on empowering entrepreneurs?
Oh gosh, this is what's supposed to be a quick podcast. Honestly, I have an older daughter. She's 23, and then I was a new mom again. So, and with the second time around, I was a stay-at-home mom, and she went back to school, and I was looking for something to do. My husband does photography. He does real estate photography. So just kind of was thinking about going into that. And then I don't know, I really love helping people in all businesses, not just one industry. So I kind of was like, I can't just niche down to real estate. I love doing all of the businesses and working with all different types. So that's kind of where my passion started. And it just kind of keeps growing every time I work with somebody new. So I'm like, oh, I actually really like this.
It really does take a unique eye to capture certain moments, whether it's sports, commercial, residential, just different events in general. I feel like it really does take that creative eye that you have. Can you share a memorable experience from a photo shoot that truly reflects your mission?
Actually, yeah. So I will talk about one that just happened. So I did a photo shoot for a man. It was his 80th birthday, and he wanted to recreate a moment, an actual photo. And he was like, there's no way we can actually do this. And I'm like, first of all, I don't take no very well. So I'm like, well, what do you mean we can't do this? Why can't we? So he tried to tell me we couldn't do it. And I was like, everybody's going to be here, blah, blah, blah. Like, we can do this. And so he was like, oh, okay. Like, and then it was the most amazing thing. And then when I dropped off the actual photos, because he's 80, so he's like, am I going to get a USB? And so I was like, oh, that's right, yes, USB, yeah, absolutely. So I dropped it off, and I plugged it into his TV, and I popped up the photo, and it was so happy, and loved it. And it was just that I love doing that. Just it's such an honor to be asked to do something like that. And then when you actually deliver, and just the happiness and the excitement is what I live for.
I love how you're that person that has the confidence. You have the work that speaks for itself. You truly bring ideas to life. How do you approach capturing a client's unique story through photography?
It can be challenging. It can be a real challenge. But I think one of my superpowers is just because of my personality, and I'm able to talk to you in a way where you can actually let your wall down. And that's, I kind of just treat people that way, where they're just an everyday person, and I want to get to know you as a person. So by doing that, it lets that wall kind of, like I said, come down, and they're able to be their most authentic self. And that's what I love to capture, is that moment in time, the real you, not somebody else's version of you.
That makes complete sense. And you've been in the space for a little bit. What are some common misconceptions entrepreneurs have about professional photography?
I actually was just talking about this on my social media just this past week, about how other people's version of you, and how it looks like you have to have the whole full hair and makeup, and like it needs to be done by somebody else. And I try to, I don't really work with hair and makeup artists. So I really want people to come as themselves. You know what I mean? Like, do your own hair and makeup, whatever that is, and be proud of that. And so just because your photos are pretty doesn't mean they're powerful. It's just a pretty photo. But what's the story that it's saying? You know what I mean? What is this image saying? And that's exactly what I do. Is when I'm working with somebody, they want a photo, and I go, well, why are we taking this photo? Where is it going? And if they like it and they're like, well, I just like it because it's pretty, I'm like, okay, that's great. Like, I can take it because it's pretty, but where's it going to go? You know, are you going to use it? And like, think of it that way. So usually they'll go, oh, and then they don't end up wanting to take the photo because they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to be like everybody else. That's why I came here. So, and just explaining to that, like, I'm not afraid to tell people and stop and go, well, where is this going? What are we doing with it? And I think that's not a lot of photographers do that, I don't think, because the client says this is what they want, so they're just going to do it. But I like to kind of just push the envelope just a little bit, just so I can get what you're really hoping for.
I love that you see that side of it, the branding side. I feel like that's something that's so missed right now in the photography space, not just here, but across the world. People just see pretty and they go for it and they want to pay for pretty, but they don't see what's moving it, what's moving the photo behind the scenes. And that's something that you do at your photography brand, which is amazing. What, in your opinion, how important is personal branding in today's digital landscape?
Oh my God, it's everything. I mean, and that's the thing too, is that you don't even have to you're not a business person to be a brand. Every single person is a brand. That little child in the background, I saw a little head pop in. He's a brand, right? Is that a little boy?
Yes, his name is Colt. He's a 3-year-old Labradoodle.
Oh, well, there you go. So the little Labradoodle is a brand. But no, just every single person, we are walking brands every single day. And just, it's so important, more now than ever, to just be who you are fully and embrace it. Because that's what you're putting out when you walk out into the world. You know what I mean? You're walking out your door as yourself. And you're meeting people as yourself. So why would you portray anything that's not yourself on social media?
The next generation, men, women, high school, college, the people that want to dive into the space of photography, what advice would you give them?
Don't be afraid to push the boundaries and challenge people. Don't be afraid of that. And if your gut is telling you one thing, listen to your gut, follow your gut. You know, just because somebody wants something doesn't mean you have to do it. You know, there's a way of, you know, talking to people. Obviously, you're not going to say, not doing that, right? Be mean to your clients, but it's okay to give a little pushback and go, well, there's a reason why they're hiring you, right? So you have to make sure that you're giving them what they hired you for. And it's just, yeah, that little pushback. If you need to ask questions, don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, you know, that probably would be it.
And people that want to, you know, work with you on their upcoming shoots, can you explain your process during the initial consultation with clients?
Yeah, so I do a very brief consult. Within like 15 minutes, I will be able to know, like, the client and myself will be able to know whether or not we're going to work together. And that's why I do that, is because it's a choice for both of us that we both make. So nobody can really just go online and book an appointment. And then I always talk to every single person. I have to hear your voice. I have to know if I can make you laugh, or even have a conversation with you. So that's really, really important. And then it will go into the actual branding part, where I go into like your ideal client, you know, their pain points, like things of that nature. But I always just like starting with a little intro of, hi, this is me. Like, I'm working with you.
And this kind of rides off the last question, but what role does collaboration play in your work, and how do you foster those relationships moving forward?
I love collaboration. I will say that sometimes it's hard to find people to collaborate with. So I'm still trying to find that balance. But I love working with other people. I really do. It's just it's hard trying to find those people that have the same mission as you or have the same mindset, even in business. And just even in like from an ethical point of view, you know, like there's certain things that I will and will not do because I'm just like, it just doesn't feel right. And some people are like, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, but it's not right. Like I just, you know, so it's really hard to find that balance. But it's an important, I think it's important. I think collaborations are important. I think they're really great. Just got to keep finding them.
Absolutely. And finally, what's next for you in Fearless Persona Photography? Any exciting projects on the horizon you could tell us about?
Right now, I actually have some memberships that I have created for small business owners. So it's a monthly membership. You can come in, we make content, 15 minutes a month. We come in and you can get photos and I go over strategy. I give you caption prompts. I give you like all the things. It's really cool. So just to make your life a little bit easier with still having the strategic photos as well. So that's kind of what's the new and upcoming.
And where can they find you if they want to use you for your next shoots? Are you on Instagram, Facebook, a website? What's that look like?
Yeah, I'm all over. So I do have Instagram. I am my own personal brand. So I do have my Instagram as me personally. And then I do have Fearless Persona Photography as well. And I use that as mostly my portfolio. So, but on Instagram and Facebook, it's Heidi Young. I think Instagram, it's Heidi_Young13. I think, don't quote me. Maybe you can look that up because I don't know. But yeah, so you can just find me everywhere. And then my website is fearlesspersonaphotography.com. I know it is a mouthful, but I am a mouthful, so it's okay. And then my email is HeidiYoung@fearlesspersonaphotography.com as well.
We hope you enjoyed our conversation with Heidi Young. Remember, it's not just about taking photos, it's about capturing your essence and sharing your story with the world. If you're ready to step into the spotlight and transform your brand, connect with Heidi at Fearless Persona Photography. Until next time, keep shining and chasing your dream. Thanks so much, Heidi.
Thank you so much for having me.